Arenvald's adventure. Lee seems troubled. Oh shit.
Come to see how we're getting on? We've made good progress since we took back Ala Mhigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future. But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh, there he is.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you. But don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me? I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
I mean, more details, please.
After all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not? After routing the Imperials and liberating Ala Mhigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Why Alpha no? Twist my arm, why don't you? It's what we do, I suppose. I said twist my arm, why don't you? I'll do that. Mm-hmm. Why Alpha no? He's not an adventurer. I mean, I suppose he knows how to fight, but... What? Da, 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 da. Right then. Let's go and find Master Alpha Levier. Actually, leave that to me. I want you fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetheryte, and we'll be along shortly. See you there. I'm just trying to match more of his actor's voice. I don't think I've had a solid voice for him. That was super fucking quick. Hello? Where'd you go? Oh, okay. Greetings, Kat. 'Twould seem we are to accompany Arenvald on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Ala Mhigo was still monarchy, and Theodoric sat the throne. A uniquely brutal despot? By all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruins suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Rhalgr's Reach being burned to the ground. In the later days of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it's said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. Ah, I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty? You assume correctly. And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Ala Mhigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming any easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dusk till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's trove remains simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us delving into a decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart racing. Is it just gonna be the three of us? They're gonna throw a random fourth, aren't they? Upsetty. Oh, I got that emote, I guess. I've learned the emote box. Box! Ah. What's box? Oh, like legitimate boxing. I guess it wasn't that emote. The darkness below. That is a lot of coffers. You can almost see the wheels turning in Alphino's head. The news of Doma and Ala Mhigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion, which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Arenvald, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't likely to get us anywhere, so we'll probably need to, ask around. Would there be another way of saying no? Would that be another way? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivists and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you will be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arenvald, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks, whilst Kat makes the rounds in the Ala Mhigan quarter. Ha! And there I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Gilbard's Gate. Break! Let's go. Da-da-da, da-da-da. In the palace? No, not me, lad. Surely you've heard the stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up on the Divine Audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crowd was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say that I stayed as far away from the palace as I could. I do not blame you, to be completely honest. You want to hear an old maid's stories, do you? Aye, well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see his royal majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered, and after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow, and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. Yeah, I wouldn't. Not if he, gets suspicious and, kills anyone that he deems possibly traitor. I serve the pleasure of King Theodric. At the pleasure. And lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell's bent on finding out what happened in that palace, head down the street here and ask old Arenvald. He was the king's head scribe. Okay, we have a person. Yes, I am Arenvald. What do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Ala Mhigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodric's paranoia in the public execution of his kingsmen. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days the king's fervid mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends and of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodric's blood were prone to share this madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Okay, damn. Okay. Since we're all done here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin, then. As promised, I scored the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures, and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact that the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Kat? Were your investigations more fruitful? Turned into monsters? Oh my god, wait. Turned into monsters? And what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Nalagiri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said naught of accursed abominations. The Imperial archives were more silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could this scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Did you believe him, Kat? His fear seemed genuine. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Arenvald's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arenvald, you spoke of light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? Oh, deep lore. It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Ala Mhigan mother did not welcome my arrival. Oh. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pureblood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. In the end, she turned me out into the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Ala Mhigo, a feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. The best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me into the company of the Scions. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arenvald, and I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall, but I fear it best to be clear in our intentions. Well, Kat, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arenvald's noble cause and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? Hell yeah. Oh, then I should be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you are minded to hear it. All right. Oh no, I need to pick? I guess I'll do aiming. All right. That was depressing. Also, ads start in 14 seconds. I will not do the next quest until the ads are done. The Mad King's Trove. Alphino seems eager to share his theory. Ads are done, so I'm continuing. Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourned to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld. All right. Okay. Ba-da-ba. Oh, shit. Forgive me, 'twas not my intention to draw up proceedings. I simply wished to have the loch in sight while I explain things. Prior to the great flood of the 6th Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines, and this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the 5th Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war, yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace, mentioned by Theodric's former scribe, was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kingsmen were cast down there not simply out of the desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's Trove? Precisely, and since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Ala Mhigans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Kat, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arenvald and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the palace. All right. Let's go look, shall we? That's a hole. That's a hole right there. You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. This hole was made for me, chat. Hate that, but it's true. You scared the shit out of me. I thought there was an enemy down here. Ow! Oh my god. Stone door. You come to a worn stone door. Hi, Tali. Standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found an entrance into subterranean ruins. Kat, it's Alphino. We have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. I said that funny. Have you aught to report? And you believe it leads into the ruins? Excellent. Then I propose we proceed from our respective entry points and look to meet elsewhere in the middle. Oh, come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Oh, sorry, that's Arenvald. Oh, come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Victory goes to the first adventurer to find the treasure. Godspeed. The drowned city of Scala is now accessible. Hey, oh, it's a bubble. All right. Let's go. So yeah, if you see any notes, let me know if I haven't noticed them already, and please wait while I read them. Hey, but I don't know if there are for this at all. Drowned city of Scala. Ooh. I don't remember this, to be completely honest. YOLO. Oh, Anna. Yeah, I don't remember shit. Let's go. Me too, Wolf. All right, nice. Currently doing the DLC for Power Wash when you sang the song. Amazing. How are you liking it, by the way? Oh my god, I want the middle one. Thank you. Nice, Athea. You get all that good sleeps. Have fun finding this treasure. I will. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have a lovely evening. Get all that good sleeps. Here's a hug. And take care of yourself. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely night. Heck yes. You're loving it? Oh, I'm so glad. Da, da. Do, do. Do. Ah. All the hugs. Heck yes. Da, da. I do believe you'd enjoy it when you do it in the future. Yeah, we're gonna do it next Wednesday, so I'm excited. Heck yes. Oh, salt swallow larva. Do do da 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 da. Killing all this larva. Oh, more larva. Big larva. Although I guess it wouldn't be larva anymore. Just a salt swallow. That's what they said. Hey. I had a dream where I was trying to get all the aggro as a tank. I just realized that. I don't know if it was last night or a few nights ago or what, but I do remember trying to run up to everything and trying to get aggro. Huh. Don't know why that dawned on me all of a sudden. I got to be awake on the right side of the cycle because I want to see a reaction to it. Yes. Yes, that will be next Saturday. Or no, sorry, next Wednesday. Next Saturday is Splatfest. Team Vanilla. Dun, 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 dun. Tali is by me. Peloton! Splatfest, hell yeah. Oh my god! I know that model. Kelpie. Dun, dun. Oops, I did that twice. Dun, dun, dun. I'm surprised I haven't seen any notes yet, but we'll see. Rising Seas. I don't remember anything. I know that's probably bad. Yeah, the wall's bad now. But that's all I got for you. Bet there'll be knockbacks. That's my guess. Knockback? Yep. Knockback. Hydro push. Whee! Da, 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 da. Rising Seas again. Oh, that's just a raid one. Dun, dun, dun. Bloody puddle. Okay, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from them. Oh god. It aims in the... Oh, they have to skirt the ball. Hydro pull! Oh shit, get away! I tried, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have noticed sooner. Push and pull. Rising Seas again. Just gives you guys, it's a weird... I don't know what that is. I'll have to see. Oh, never mind. It goes away after. Okay. Well, fine. This is why. What do these shoes look like? They're a choice. I'm good, though. I'll be on the same team for once. Hell yeah. Team Vanilla. Land Surge. Honestly, I didn't really have an opinion of ice cream. I mean, again, I just like stuff with, I like ice cream with a lot of shit in it, like half-baked. So, both Finder and Snuffles said vanilla, first instinct. So I was like, okay, we'll do vanilla. Fuck it. Why not? Da, da, da. Okay. These are the same shoes. Oh, they're slightly different. Are they? Barely. They are, but it's weird. Ah, it's still on my screen. Da-da. Ah. I will also probably celebrate my partnerversary at some point. 2 weeks before or after when it is, which is this Sunday. So maybe not before. So it might be while Wolf is visiting, or I decide to just not do much 14 next week, but I feel bad doing that just because I won't be doing much with Wolf here, so. Hi, Fire and Fury. Hello. Hello, hello. Da, 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 da. Oh. I don't hate that necklace, though. Like, as a necklace, but it's fending, so rip. Yeah, who would have thought? Thought? Nope. Da, da, da. I'm surprised still no notes or anything. Maybe it's in the last section? I feel like there would be for something that was like used to be the palace, but... Been lurking while trying to do duo and EX trial with a friend. Oh god. I hope it went well. How much I appreciate the closed captions. Yeah, fair. I'm glad you do. I love closed captions on anything because I don't tend to catch what people say very easily. I mishear often. Closed captions are my best friend, especially in shows. So I totally understand. Hey. The old one. What do you do? Mystic Light. Mystic Flame. What the fuck? Do we kill those? Yes. Okay, cool. Done. Easy enough. Asked Mr. Happy to use them and he politely said no. I unfollowed. Oh. I mean, I don't know who that is. We're Spriggan! What? Do we do something as a Spriggan? I'm jumping into it. Okay, I did it. Or somebody else did it for me. I'm not sure which. Oh god. I'm not sure people's reasoning for not using it, maybe not knowing a good resource. I genuinely wanted to, I just wanted to find a way to do it that wasn't through OBS because usually, I know there's like a thing going around where I don't know how it works, so I cannot speak for it. Boop. Whee! Oh, you have to like be ahead of it. Because it'll explode like in... Okay, got it. Usually most things, other than the one I've seen going around on Twitter, most things going through OBS for closed captions make it so people can't turn them off and have them out of the way if they would like so. I like it as an option to not only have on, but also to turn off if people need, because I actually will agree that, because I like the way it looks, but whatever. So I get it that if you maybe don't know how to do it and it's a bit overwhelming or something. Oh, thank you. That might be why they did that. I'm glad they said politely. Does guides and stuff, gotcha. I'm glad they were polite. They maybe didn't know how to necessarily do it or make sure it was right. I don't know. But I personally like what I use because it uses not OBS. I use like Chrome to do so. If you do like edited video content, there is a way to do CC on YouTube. And you can actually edit all the CCs to make sure they're accurate. It's not easy. There is just an auto one, but that one we know does a lot of inaccuracies. If you want to make sure it's right, it takes a lot of time, but it can help people who are hard of hearing or just perception. I know we have to turn into these. These are the beasts that people turned into, I guess, is what River said. That's what we're encountering, are homunculuses. These are people that the king had turned into monsters. But we need to turn into those to get across, because or else we can't float. Fun facts, which is why I thought there'd be notes, but I guess not. Anyway. Oh no, I was AFK and missed the dungeoning. Oh no, Fender! It's okay, baby. Yours are fine. They can be turned on and off. Default is off, and as far as I know, it's free. Yeah, no, it's free. Yeah. If it's through streams, I don't know, like YouTube again does its own thing. This isn't for YouTube. This is specifically for streaming and incorporated with Twitch expressly. So I don't know how YouTube gaming would be on, I don't know how it incorporates in any other streaming service, but on Twitch, it's an extension, which is super convenient because again, people can move them, they can turn them off if they're in their way, stuff like that. So it's really convenient to pick and choose what you want, So I find them to be good because I never find accessibility to be a hindrance for me. So I will try to make my streams as accessible as possible if I can. YouTube CC is laughable, but hey, it's there and it's gonna improve one day. Yeah. But also, again, you can go in and change it yourself. And some people will even because I think you can open it up to anyone can add CC. You can. And some YouTubers do that. And I know that there have been viewers that will translate, which is fun, into different languages. So that way other people can still know what's going on if they don't speak the language the YouTuber is streaming in or recording in. Gonna head out, have to dinner to making chores to do. That's fair. Good luck. Thank you so much, Five Timbers, for being here. Have a lovely evening. Have the delicious noms. And good luck with chores. Take care of yourself. Thank you for being here. All the hugs. Oh, shit. Just kidding. Bye. Oh, I think that's King Thodrick in the background. Theodoric. That's a cool beastie, though. You big mad. Have a lovely evening, Five Timbers. Take the best care of yourself. There were no notes, I'm saying. Just one final look around. Mapping the realm of Scala, chat. Da, da, da. Anna's invisible. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I don't remember anything about this enemy. This boss, by the way. YOLO. Ow. Anna was out of that, so there was a tell there I fucking missed. My bad. Oh, donut. Anna has it. Oops. I have the fire. Look away. Okay. Dun, dun. Oh, I'll get away from everyone. Hot. Broderick Poison Tongue. Oh. What that tongue do? No, sorry. Dun, dun, bop. Oh. Ow. I tried to get out of the way. Too late. Fair. Oh, God. Oh, God. I have the donut. I have the donut. I'm sorry. I panicked so good. Da, 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 da. Okay, I have 3 punishments. Fair. Oh, God. I don't have another shield. I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. It poisons things, cat! Yeah, that's fair. Not untrue. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Ooh. Look away. Dun, 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 dun. It poisons, cat. It poisons. A quick parting gift, thank you. Oh my god. We did it! Let's go! F's in chat. Oh. Aw, hopefully we help them move on. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's not a happy, it's a sad. Oh. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. All right. What little cutscene are we gonna get? We are getting a cutscene.
Oh, bugger it.
Are you all right?
Aye. Aye. Everything's still attached.
Ah, it seems both our paths led here. Very good.
I won though.
We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous. How fared you?
Also same.
Much the same, then. 'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Arenvald and I forged ahead at the fastest pace we could manage, but I was not surprised to find you waiting for us. I suppose it serves us right for challenging the Warrior of Light. That's what I was saying. I won. Let's go. Next time, we should agree on some manner of handicap. No. Ah, we may have lost Alphino, but think of what we found. Quite. I am still reeling at the sight of the mounds of riches. Mountains. What, like how you reeled at the sight of that floating specter, you mean? You should have heard him scream, Cat. Oh my god, I hope if they join us for trusts, I hope we hear an Alphino scream. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We've found the Mad King's trove, and that is all that matters. Okay, Alphino. You're cute. The Butcher's Blood. Oh, I get a orchestration roll for this. Arenvald is still grinning at Alphino's discomfort. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Ala Mhigo, so she is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Let's go. Da-da-da, da-da-da. That was weird. Okay. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise. And I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. Here's some cursed treasure. You're joking! The Mad King's trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Kat and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go towards alleviating the suffering of Ala Mhigo's poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say. Arenvald did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters, and they've started making demands. You'd best come see for yourself. Oh, shit. Well, let's go see, shall we? I thought I was going to have to run there myself. Never mind. Just kidding. Bye.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
That sounds hard on her voice.
Bring her out!
Oops, bring her out.
What's going on?
Someone let slip about Fedorla.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Ala Mhigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Ala Mhigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair. for it is mine as well.
I get he's got like a higher title than Lys and is more prevalent or like famous, well known. But sure, listen to the man over the woman. God damn it.
That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Ala Mhigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Ala Mhigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
Tattooed troublemaker? Congratulations. Congratulations. Like, I do get that Raubahn is really good at speaking. He's had practice with it, being the right-hand man of... Left-hand man? Right-hand? I don't know. Of Nanamo. But, like, god damn it. The little respect they have for Lys hurts me in so many ways. Ooh. My thanks, Raubahn. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over, all the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We have reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk around known to have cooperated with... Oh my god. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, but then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of... Oh, hi, son. Regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. Bye, son. But that doesn't mean we're not going to try. I'm not going to try. Representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've been invited to the Ananta... Oh my god. We've even... Can I speak? We've even invited the Ananta and the Kikern to participate. Ala Mhigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nago, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodric or Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only, I caught a glimpse of her past. A moment of it, anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. And that's something I can understand. All right, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. All right. You've the commander permission to enter then? Commander's permission. Yes. I do. I do, and I has.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom. Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
Oh, shit. Echo! Keep interrupting my scenes. Tiny Fordola.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Ala Mhigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Sounds like Raubahn, but like light Raubahn. Voice is just a little higher.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
You can't hold a child accountable for what their parents have done. The fuck, old lady?
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something! My husband and daughter are in danger!
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
We're citizens! We have rights!
Why don't you get up and take her away from the situation? Instead of staying there and getting hit by rocks?
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors! Traitors!
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadola, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honouring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
Also, Emlyn can crush me in those arms. Or is that Ansford? I don't know. The girl on the left.
It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
And then you killed them.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes, wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
It's a little graphic, bro.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Oh, is she having her own echo right now? Oh. Oh. She was in my head. So there's Horshafont's grave and stuff.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
I always like to choose this line whenever it's offered to me. Also, I'm going to snooze ads real quick. I love saying, for those I have lost, for those I can yet save, because it's something I like to live by as my wall.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Ooh. That is a rough scene. Jeez. Echoes of an echo. Lise is lost in thought. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I've found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Kat, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's over there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Okay. General Alden's in Side-Eye. Will you be joining him? I suppose I will be. Oh. Isn't that... This is where he fought Fordola, I think. In a solo duty? I could be wrong. Raubahn.
What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it.
Yes, as expected. She didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arenvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she may be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her?
We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them.
Hi.
To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert's assistance, if you have time to lend a hand.
Okay. Add to a tech pod. Also, who's up here? Hello? Oh. Lisa's up there. I guess I'm looking at this pod. Apparently, I am knowledgeable. The device in which Kryl was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. Oh. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To that purpose. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. So Kryl was being taken from, not given? Oh, I'm supposed to, like, look. Oh. Do. Flame Investigator. So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Jesus. Raubahn. Oh.
I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Kat, shall we start with you?
Taken in combination with the... Oh my god, I said that weird. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engineered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door, night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past... But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Isael was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesveigur's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those lives she's destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed.
Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these godforsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish, not yet.
Right.
Keep faith, lass. If you're there to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned.
I understand. Thank you, General. So we should leave the flames to it. Let's go.
I'm not sure if Lisa's showing more or less skin with this outfit. That's a fair question. Oh.
I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Raubahn. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me.
General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience.
I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in a land of their birth. Kat, a moment. I am newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must be away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends.
Bye, Pippin. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans.
Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino. But not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Kat.
Calling Alphino back. Calphino out. Calphino. Calling Alphino out. I can't talk today, it's fine. The Sultana's strings. Alphino's thoughts appear to have turned from adventure to administration. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arenvald?
I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own duties. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins, and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Kat.
And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Wait, I thought Alphino was coming with. What? I'm going alone? Rude. How dare. You are expected, my lord. Please proceed. Can this be voiced? Because that'd be great.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
Do not proceed.
The liberation of Ala Mhigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Raubahn and his future.
Well, this is mighty convenient.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Ul'dah home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Ala Mhigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Ala Mhigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Raubahn chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Ala Mhigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure? Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
We're her personal bodyguard. Let's go. Look at her! It's Nanamo! What do you think of Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the disguise I don when I wish to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papa Shan would accompany me, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. I have a cough drop in my mouth, so if I sound funny, that's why. Over the course of our many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. Bye! Look upon this procession of tattered tents, these refugee camps and squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford the dwelling in Ulda. 20 years have passed since the fall of Ala Mhigo, and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls to me. Her hands have been tied thanks to the fucking merchants overruling her. Sounds familiar, don't it, America? Don't it? Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. It was here, in this holy, unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. This took a turn. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the accident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raubahn once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by the monetarists, he could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarists' damnable games.
forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum.
Poor Nanamo, trying to be good and fucking people with money not letting her be.
From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign, and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter of my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raubahn. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Ala Mhigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Raubahn to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raubahn had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Raubahn is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade.
I'm sorry, cutscene? Oh shit, an echo. Why would you drop it? The music.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please,
Where's
Your
the chop?
Grace, come back! I beg of you!
Look at her go! Dodge and weave!
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shop. Raubahn!
Your Grace! I have kept the promise made.
I love
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Ul'dah, and so, as tradition dictates, Raubahn Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last. Long live the Sultana, and long live Ul'dah!
Oh, it's so cute. I forgot about that scene. Raubahn! I love her.
Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is as that of a grandsire for his child.
Grandchild.
But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raubahn
With the authority of his syndicate position was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Aww. Alright, a Sultana's duty. Nanamo seems lost in thoughts of the past. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan's Sworn for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Arzaneth ossuary. Okay. Should we go in here? Ooh. When the calamity threatened, Raubahn led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting the shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessings of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles of the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Kat. With Ala Mhigo now freed from Imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Already, many displaced Ala Mhigans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan's school in Rhalgr's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time, the Ul'dah Treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? A wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. Sure, let's go see him. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Manderville? I don't think Bunboy is, but Catgirl is well acquainted. Ah, well, he is a most generous man, if something of an eccentric. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. Yeah, he will be. He is more than glad. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. Okay. Seek passage to Gold Saucer. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Okay. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Manderville. Shall we sit while we wait his coming? Please be voiced, please. I beg. It's not, I don't think. Because I don't think Godbert has a voice. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the Sultana herself comes calling, there is no more important engagement.
As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You are aware, I am sure, that many of Ala Mhigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter or work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed?
He's got a red earring, I never knew that. The unusual circumstances of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you, stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Ala Mhigan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. I will physically fight you, Godbert. I have zero qualms. I don't succeed. Well, my wall would succeed. I would not succeed. But I will physically fight you. Okay. I'll just continue.
You oppose my proposition?
Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement?
Profit? After all you have done for Garabania's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from their misfortune.
Forgive me, your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it.
I, full-chested, say, nay!
I disagree with that statement wholeheartedly, and I hate that ideal system to think that if we provide any help or any charity, they will therefore stay in their situations. It's such an enraging concept. And then we must consider Ulda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Ala Mhigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Why not both? How do we not have the money to do both? Surely it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill.
Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interests of the people of Ulda.
Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Ala Mhigans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects.
You have given me much to ponder, Lord Manderville. I thank you for your candor.
I'm surprised he's remained fully clothed for this conversation. To be completely honest. I guess it's because he's Sultana. I guess he's being appropriate for the role. Alright. A Sultana's resolve. Nanamo appears to be reassessing her plans.
Profit? The thought never even crossed my mind.
Yeah, because it's a capitalist mindset.
But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Kat, you are perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business.
I'm so upset because we're going to tell her the bitch who works for Tataramu. No, not Tataramu. Sorry, wrong person. Oh my god, what's his name? We're gonna tell her the bitch in Kugane, and I don't want to. was right! No!
Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Eldernard Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I don't. I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Aetheryte and Ulda. A fair journey to you, Cat, and a swift one, if you please.
I don't want to talk to Hancock. Greetings, sir. And will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Yes. Because I need to talk to a bitch. Hi, bitch. Cat, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Oh, I'm really far away, actually. From playing all the leaps of faith. I beg your pardon. Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ulda? My dear Cat, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure. Please don't. And I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? This is a worse option, sir. Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise her grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garden robe with gold. Garter robe? Either way, why the fuck would we go talk to the person who pretended to poison her? I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say, at the Scion's former headquarters in Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitable, neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Fare you well, Cat, and may your dealings prove fruitful. The worst quest where he convinced Nanamo to support capitalism. Oh, yeah, this whole thing sucks. I hate it.
Welcome back, Cat. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share?
No.
With Lolorito? And you agreed to this?
No.
I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarists at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live with fear of the man.
Yeah, you can. He literally tried to kill you.
I must learn how to treat him, with him, if I am to rule Ulda effectively. Very well. I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming.
Can any of these be voice acted? My throat would really appreciate it. Oh, she just yeeted me here. Oh, great.
So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had an occasion to visit. To work then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves.
Why am I leaving her alone with him?
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
I have so many feelings right now. First of all the cutscenes to voice act in the last, 2 hours, why is it the one with Lolorito? Second of all, did he just smoke 100 packs before coming here? Because I swear his voice was not this gravelly. Third of all, did you just say that you can be of little help in case of an assassination need? Because you literally succeeded in trying to assassinate her. Pretending to assassinate her. Excuse me?
have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
What? Oh.
There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
I love that she did that.
By all means. I must say I'm most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Ala Mhigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Ala Mhigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more.
I'm sorry, if that doesn't sound like an evil villain, I don't know what does. Godbert, when you have the same talking points as Teleji Adeleji, I have questions.
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Ala Mhigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
I can't remember the difference between these two places. Chat, what do you want to say? I don't genuinely know anything about them. I don't remember what's what. I'm bad with names. Alagana.
Yes, a quarry town certainly does carry the potential for profit. At least it would do were it situated anywhere near a lucrative market. It would cost more to transport the materials than they are worth, in my humble opinion.
It's making me go down the list. Fuck it, let's see what they say.
Yes, if a stable trade route can be established between Uldar and Ala Mhigo, then Alagiri would once more become an important waypoint. But while such growth would greatly benefit its current residents, I'm afraid it could sustain little beyond that.
Alright, fine, the last one. Clearly, you want me to say the Saltery.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution. much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenard Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well-versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Ala Mhigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
You. I never asked for this. I never asked for this. No one wanted this. I fear it will be many years before I am comfortable taking part in such negotiations, but I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Kat. I could not have done it without you. You're welcome. Securing the Saltery. Nanamo is ready to move ahead with her plans. Our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Kat, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext on your next return to Ala Mhigo. My thanks again. Together, we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the people of Ala Mhigo and Ul'dah both. Alright. Hi, Lise. Oh. Kat, you're back! What did Nanamo... Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So, Raubahn says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to? Tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear he's committed to helping our refugees come home. Oh, my bad, she. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. I didn't want to. But on a more practical note, Lise, assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I would like you to include in the bargain. If Ala Mhigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. Oh, that they must, not if. Ala Mhigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital, the capital, will afford Lolorito too much control. True. Honestly, Alphino, it's like Kugane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? A ruthless profiteer will never earn my trust. But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss the proposal with the Saltery's residents. Whiskar, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Wat thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Kat? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. Should Wat wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Okay, bye. Okay.
What manner of mischief brings you youngins to Old Wat this time?
They want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Kat, tell them about the deal. It's like my chocobo's talking for me.
Well, bugger me, we've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back how it is. How it was, but it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to cull the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us.
Don't worry, Granddad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hext has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked.
I'd appreciate that, Whiskar, my lad. Truly I would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours?
I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Kat? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Sure. I see my bun ears through the chocobo. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Right then, Kat. I've got a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Okay. Okay, I'm here. I'm looking at it. What do you want? It's vulnerabilities. I don't know. It's got a tail. Legs. Leggies. I don't remember. I think I had to look it up because I didn't remember what I was supposed to look at. It should interact with whatever is considered in it. Like, it should make a different cursor. Unless I'm wrong. Oops, I didn't mean to move. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I saw it. The jaw. I've been on the jaw. The Yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Oh, looks like you found a Yabby. They say hitting their shells like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Hit as hard as you can. Aim for the underside of the jaw, or the head. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. Good luck. We did it! Well, he did it, but it's fine. Woohoo! Hell yeah. Thanks, Kat. I did just as you told me, and the Wavekin went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. How many do you want to do, bro? I think I can handle the Yabbies now, so should we try something different? What else is out there? Let's see. I don't know why I made myself go away for that one. His eye. That was really fast, actually. Everything okay, Wolf? Oh, shit. The Phobad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Phobad. How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core within its brow. Just hit it really, really hard. As hard as you can. No, I'm going to say destroy. I'm not going to bully this dude. Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes then. Melt. We did it. He did it. We both did it. It's not easy, fighting with the Liberator of Ala Mhigo watching your every move. But I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Kat. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Any road, we should head back to the Saltery before Granddad starts to worry. I've been stripped into pieces and fed to Yabby's hatchlings. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasties then, did you? I fought them myself, after a bit of instruction from Kat here, like... Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. A fine young man you become, Whiskar. Fine young man indeed. Too often of late I hear tales of folks over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. All right. A blissful arrival. Alphino seems satisfied that he and Watt are of one mind. It seems Whiskar has the Saltery's security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt, and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Message from General Alden. Apologies for the interruption, sir, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt, and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. I should go. General Alden asked you that you wait for him by the main gate of Ala Mhigo in the Ala Mhigo quarter. My apologies again, sir. Fare you well. All right. Let's go see what he wants. Oh. Please be voice acted.
Apologies for the wait. People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
I'm sorry?
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Yes, I do. And he's still fucking alive?
Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Oh, don't ask that. Their lives would be forfeit. Execution is not the answer. Ah, my morality. No, we should throw him in jail. So he has to be like a fucking coward potato surrounded by a bunch of badasses and be scared for the rest of his life.
You would spare these animals? Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine.
I'm sorry. How? You literally are on the side of not slaughtering Fordola, the butcher, who has killed far more than Yu Hase has. As much as Yu Hase is a little bitch, he does not compare to Fordola, and yet you know that killing Fordola is wrong. What the fuck is the difference?
In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me.
It's like, tell me why all over again. Remember how you wrote your people, goddammit.
I bear a share of the blame for Ilbert's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Ala Mhigan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't. But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Ala Mhigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
Wait, really?
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
All right. That took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Now that's settled. Arenvald, what news? We may have a problem, sir. A group of Ananta has arrived at the main gates. And I don't mean the Vera. These are the Kaliana, the ones that summon the Primal. They're insisting to be allowed to attend the council. Lise is trying to reason with them, but she may need help. An invitation was extended to all the native beast tribes, but we assumed the Kaliana would refuse it out of hand. We had best go and see for ourselves. Pippin, take command of our forces and be ready for battle. Kat, you've dealt with these Kaliana before. I'd have you by my side. I would like to not be... Okay, cool. Raubahn! Gods, it's good to see you.
Ah, the Slayer has come. We have not forgotten how you were sinned against the Lady of Bliss, but we did not come here to shed blood. You claim to seek harmony with all who call Girabania home. If this is truly your wish, you will come with us. You will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta.
It is our wish, and you are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of rivals. I have a cough drop in my mouth, I'm sorry. If you want to enter the place, I must ask that you first surrender any crystal jewelry. You have my word that it will all be returned to you when the meeting's over.
We will do as you ask, but you will not have our weapons.
We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. I reckon that's the closest thing we'll get to a compromise, and we will have people standing guard. I let them keep their swords.
Then we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber.
Why do I have the feeling we've welcomed a viper into our midst? Oh, okay. That was the most pointless line for a cutscene change. That was amazing. Return of the bull. Oh, it's Nanamo and him. Raubahn seems unconvinced by the Kaliana's sincerity. This Kaliana's leader intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What do you think, Kat? The enthralled cannot be trusted, or mayhap even the enthralled can learn to compromise? This is so hard. I wish there was a more muddy, like, I'm not sure, let's give them a chance, but we'll see. Like, I'm cautious. But, like, I don't like this black and white viewing here. Because it is true from everything we've seen that the thralled cannot be trusted. They are not in their own minds. Their minds are being entirely controlled by the primal, right? However, Gabu is the perfect example of someone who has their own mind after being enthralled. I like to think of my wall as more hopeful, so I'll lean more on that aspect rather than just like deadpan, no. You believe an understanding can be reached. 'Tis not entirely unheard of, I suppose. Those who followed Saint Shiva eventually sought reconciliation with Ishgard. That's true, but they were not enthralled. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guard must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the scions? I'll round up our comrades and send them to the Ala Mhigo quarter. You can go on ahead if you like, Kat. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. I hope to God it's voice acted. Bye, Arenvald. Ba-da-ba. Alright, you guys ready? Oh. Oh, it's Tola. And Thancred. Kat, I brought reinforcements. Arenvald told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Ishtola and Thancred as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I'm not familiar with the Kaliana tribe myself, but Ali Say's reports suggested that they shunned contact with other races. Despised it, in fact, even compared to other Ananta. Indeed. This apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lys was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, 'twould seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Ishtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Understood. We should join General Alden inside then. Kat, do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let us pass. All right, YOLO, let's go find it. You're with the Scion, sir? General Alden left orders that you were to be escorted inside. If you'd follow me. Enter the royal palace, chat.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lys Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Ala Mhigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
Expertly done. Lys has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game, and positioned them to consider a joint government. All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenfrid. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kaliana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Girabania devote themselves to our faith.
Ma'am, that is not the question that was asked of you.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi! Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
Would you hide crystals in the water? Not again!
This
I do
can't be
love your-
happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
I do love her bosom, but I have seen enough of it.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Uh-oh. Pick her up and go. Oh, shit.
God damn it! The guards were already turned!
Yep, that's what I was about to ask.
Fools!
Carbuncle!
No, you don't!
Get fucked.
Kaliana would see us all enthralled.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvald to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick. Come then. Who will be next to die on my steel?
Oh, now it's a solo duty. Oh, shit. How do we fight her without leaving our allies wide open? We can't stay on the back foot forever. Leave it to me and you shield them. No, damn it. If we think like that, we've already lost. I have the Warrior of Light at my side. We can do this. Isn't that right, Cat? Use the duty action Deflect to dissipate the Aether Spheres Lakshmi releases during battle. Be warned that allowing an ally to be enthralled by an Aether Sphere will result in failure. I think I failed this the first time I did it. This sounds familiar. Leaders of Garabania, accept my love, worship my light. Oops. She means to enthrall everyone. We have to stop her. Did I deflect? Oh, shit. Okay. So I have to, like, do that to them. Okay. It's the music. Okay.
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
And give up the freedom we worked so hard to win? Not likely. Oh. Ooh, I got 2 for 1. Let's go. Okay, I can't hear you. Heal you, Arenvald, so, like, please live. Do not your mortal bodies tire. Far better to what? Oh my god. You got that, Arenvald? Shit! Oh my god. Oh my god. This is stressful. I think I just have to hold out till Lise gets here.
I shall
this is impossible. There are too many. We can't stop them all. I beg to differ. Did I fail or did I do it? Oh shit.
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Why don't we just stand by them and do a shield the whole time? Oh! I did not expect Fordola. I forgot completely about this.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
That was Lisa's plan. Alright. Nah. I'm gonna fail that, no doubt. Just focus on the balls. Honestly, you don't... Like, look, Lakshmi's back to full. Don't worry about fighting Lakshmi. They brought you into this world over a mistake I made, and I'll be damned if I let you taunt me with it. I'm too close to be able to see Lakshmi. Problem. Where? Bitch? Where'd she go? That's a limit break. Cannot flee from my radiance. You all be my dreamers. Whoa! Cheating! Cheating! We'll lock her down best we can. The rest of you need to run. Quickly now, while the primal is... Lise? Where's Lise? I can't run away from this. They need us. Then we stand and fight together. Alphano, the envoys are in your care. Surely you do not mean to. Very well. I shall see to our guest's safety. Bye. They forsake eternal bliss? Yes. Okay. That's fine. Hand of grace. Okay. Oh. And there's a stack. Oh, I can't. Shield again. Why are you two staying? She still has more than enough strength to addle you both. You need more than the 3 to best a primal. And if we, oh my god, fall here, then who will be left to stop her? I mean, honestly, we're doing fine. Pitiful, misguided children. Lay down your weapons and lay down your heads. Oh shit. Oh, I can't move. She's going after Lisa and Raubahn. Active time maneuver. I'm assuming button mash. Okay. I button mashed. Free me. Oops. I accidentally played a song. Okay, cool. Now I have their help. We all went after that last one. My thanks, Kat. I'll be sure my steel is worth the effort. I think it expected me to take longer for that.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
No. Divine denial. She's building up something big. Come close to me, all of you. Okay. Be in Fordilla. Got it. Are you okay? River? Are you okay? Oh, I was about to fucking die to go see because you were not responding. Oh, that does not sound fun though. Are you sure? I will fail this to make sure you're okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. River said I'm fine. Just panicking. My wife's fucking choking in the background. Panicked and I don't know what to do. Oh shit. That went down the wrong pipe. I know Fordella's done the same. Some less than great things, but she's pretty cool. She can be. But yeah, she's done really horrible stuff. Why do you cling to your misery? I think they do a better job at redeeming Fordella than anyone else, though. She's starting to weaken up. Don't give up. Behold my divine brilliance. Be back in Fordella. Power's out of control. I'll shield us, but you have to finish her off. I'm trying. Quickly, I can't hold her off forever. Bitch, I'm trying. I literally don't know how I can do this any faster than I'm doing it. I don't have limit break. I'm worried I'm doing this wrong. Kill her. You need to kill her now. Bitch, I'm fucking trying.
Here it comes!
Oh, okay, good. She's got a limit break in her pocket. Maybe? Sounded like she did. But Lakshmi is not doing great. Oh! There it is. Woo! You can't just focus on the balls, you gotta tend to the shaft too. Oh my god, not. Bonk! Ow.
We did it! We beat her!
Uh-oh. What is happening? Oh, we're gonna see how... Okay. I mean, I figured Lise went and got her.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Ala Mhigo. Your choice.
What are you guys staring at?
Seven hells. It's her, the Butcher.
Can we just talk about how cute the keycard is?
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
Oh! I wonder if that's the first time she's ever been thanked. Oh shit. Is it weird that from the music I can tell the scene's not cut voice acted? From the is it weird that from the music I can tell? I don't know what I just said. Well, fuck, Kat. Arenvald, that was a near thing. Aye, our stand against the Kaliana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... it's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass. We were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldier who first spoke up in favor of the Kaliana keeping their weapons springs to mind. A primal's servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Ishtola. We'd appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fodola showed up. Oh my god, turned up. What was she even doing here? I asked her to come. Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Regan Frid was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fodola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fodola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Ala Mhigan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. 'Tis a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seemed ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Kat, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it. You should still probably have one person with the echo around, but okay.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government modelled on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people. It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
I guess bye, Raubahn.
A potato.
Forget something?
You can't tell by the smaller
Your Grace,
stride.
There was no word.
Raubahn Aldin, You are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
But, Your Grace...
Raubahn, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Ala Mhigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
I'm sorry. I hope you mean me and not the other potato bitch.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Ul'dah? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Nanamo.
These two making me cry.
Smile for me, Raubahn. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Ul'dah.
Tomorrow you will serve Ala Mhigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
He respects her so much. I actually completely forgot that that happens. I didn't think he actually wasn't her second in command anymore. God, that's not even the end of the quest. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabanya to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
deities, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest.
It's okay, you can give him shit all day, every day. I approve.
But I must yield the floor to Raubahn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
They both had such a delayed response. I'm pressing A. Oh, there we go.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Savage.
Yes, the bull of Ala Mhigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Oh my god.
Her Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
Those two are fucking shook.
Does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubahn.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
I may have been there.
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Ala Mhigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
That was fucking cute, y'all. I think it's about time I headed back to Rauger's Reach. What's next for all of you? Elise will be eager to hear of the recent events, so I shall join you, if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company. Kat, why don't you come along to the Reach as well once you finish your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Oh my god, I just want to end this sequence of events to be done with 4.1. Upon completing this quest, you will be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking with the Royal Menagerie attendant. Oh. Noted. Oh, shit. And of course, it's not voice acted. Well, here we are again. Alphino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Ishtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kaliana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kind still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings.
Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and M tribes first. I plan to have Resistance scouts keep track of the Kaliana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the Resistance army? Out of interest, are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What, the Bull of Ala Mhigo? It is, isn't it? We call an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups, and when Conrad passed this command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Ralgir's Reach. We just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Raubahn as the overall commander for our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Ala Mhigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which we so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Ala Mhigo blooms. Yay! Finally. Was there a meanwhile? Oh, just okay. Is that who I think it is?
I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas.
Haiko Satsu.
But their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor man who, in a city rich of merchants.
Ayatsuyu. These dango are delicious. Will you have one?
More sweetbreads? I surrendered my blade to secure what few coins we have.
Fine, she'll eat them all.
What a sight. Ugh, 'tis like talking to a child. Why fate saddled me with this burden I shall never know, but I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Come, Suyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea.
Meanwhile in the Imperial Palace. There's the meanwhile. All right, because that wasn't a meanwhile. I've got chocolate on my controller.
Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Ala Mhigo, and Lord Xenos put to the sword.
Okay, bitch killed himself, okay?
Do not believe everything you read. I heard the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests, and boast loudly of taking his head regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives. Deplorable that our own forces should be fooled by Orsian misinformation.
Okay, bitch, I saw him kill himself.
Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official, above all accurate, announcement to quell these pernicious
rumors. I'm trying to cover my mouth to make it sound like I'm wearing a helmet, you know?
They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims.
My hand is now humid. I'm sorry? What do you mean Xenos is still alive? I need to know things. Who's pissed with the fist? We fucking did it. 4.1 is done. Dress up Raubahn! We have a tiny Raubahn chat.